Hi guys, my name is Jess and we are on day 4 of our beginners course. Today we're going to start in a seated position, so sitting comfortably, however you like to sit, either legs crossed or straight out. Let's get grounded, first with a bit of breathing. So close your eyes, sit tall, and let's take a big inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs, sending the breath all the way down into the belly, and just hold it at the top. Now take a big exhale through the mouth, releasing all the air out of the body. Let's do that one more time. So big inhale, sending the breath all the way down the body, hold it at the top, and big exhale through the mouth. Okay, so let's remember our breathing for our class, which is in through the nose, out through the mouth, sending the breath into the rib cage. Also keep your core and pelvic floor switched on about 20 to 30%. And let's get started today. So today we're gonna start on our backs. So rolling down to our back. Let's get our good posture here. So shoulders are down, pelvis is in neutral. Let's just warm up a little bit here with our pelvic tilts. So just a small movement here. You're just shifting your hips up and down. I really want you to squeeze your core when you're shifting the hips up and really press your back into the mat. Let's keep going with this. Let's do one more. And bring your pelvis back to a neutral position. So from here, we're gonna go right into some shoulder bridges. So just the basic one to start. So bring your feet nice and close towards you with 2 fists between the knees and the feet. Let's shift our hips up and slowly roll off the mat, vertebra by vertebra, until we reach the shoulder blades. Ribs should be nice and flat at the top. You don't want to be flaring the ribs here, and a nice straight spine. Bring those arms overhead. Take a big inhale, exhale, bring the arms down, and slowly roll your spine down, vertebra by vertebra. So remember, we're using that spinal articulation. Also being mindful of the knees not opening up at the top. You want to keep those 2 fist distance throughout the exercise. So keep going. Okay, on this next one, we're gonna stay in the bridge. Lift yourself up to the top of your bridge, staying lifted at your shoulder blades. Let's start doing our tabletop marches from here. So bringing one leg up to tabletop at a time, controlling it on the way down, and going to the other side. So take your time here, slow and controlled. Staying lifted and keeping those hips stable at the top. Just a few more. Okay, last one, and I want you to stay in your bridge, and let's finish off in this position with calf raises. So both feet at the same time, come up onto your tippy toes, back down to the mat. Let's go for 10. So we got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself back down, vertebra by vertebra, and hug those knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Well done. Okay, let's do a quick spine twist. Arms extend out in line with the shoulders. Feet and knees are stuck together. Let's drop the knees to the side and look in the opposite direction. Feeling that twist. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Let's go over to the other side. Looking away from the knees always. Other side. Last one. And back to center. Well done. Okay, now we're gonna go into a move called the double leg stretch. So this one's a little bit more challenging than the ones we've been doing. So bear with me. You can do it though, okay? So be confident in yourself. You're building strength here. So let's take our hands on our shins. You're gonna imagine your feet are tied together with rope throughout. So a lot of people kind of let their feet come away. This is why I use that imagery. So you wanna lift the tailbone off the mat. We're gonna keep our head on the mat for this one. On your exhale, you're gonna be extending your arms and legs out in a straight line, hovering them in the air. On the inhale, you circle the arms round and bring those knees back in, always lifting the tailbone up. If you can't straighten the leg, keep a bent leg. So you'd extend, keeping the leg slightly bent, and circle to inhale. So let's just go with that. On your exhale, and we begin. You also want to keep your spine imprinted throughout. So keep pressing that back into the mat as you do this. Lengthen the body when you extend. Go for 2 more. Last one. And you can bring the knees into your chest and go into a full body extension here, releasing off. Well done, guys. Okay, now we're gonna go into a little bit of mobility for the hips. So we're gonna start by taking our right hand to hold down our right hip. We're gonna bring our left leg into tabletop. We're gonna create the circles with the knee. For beginners course, we're gonna do it with the knee. So you're gonna imagine you're drawing a circle with your knee. So you wanna try to get the circle as big as you can without lifting that right hip, which is the reason we're using the hand to hold it down. So just start circling in any direction. I'll let you know when to change direction. Any pops, clicks are normal. Shouldn't be painful though. If it's painful, reduce the size of your circle. You want to keep your core engaged here and keep breathing. Okay, change direction on the same leg. Last one. And bring that leg down. Let's go over to the right side. So take your left hand to hold down your left hip. Bring your right leg into tabletop. Let's start circling it. Any direction you want first, I'll let you know when to change direction. Slow and controlled. Core is still switched on, and you're breathing. Change direction. Last one. And back to center. Well done, guys. Our hip circles for hip mobility. Now we're gonna come up and over to our right side. We're gonna have our right side on the mat. So right arm extended out, your head is resting on your arm and your hips are pointing up to the ceiling. You're in a super straight line, like you're being squished between two glass panels. The top arm is in front of you for balance, and you're engaging your core to create a small space between your belly and the mat. Let's take a big inhale, and on the exhale, just lift your top leg, not too high. If you want to stay here, you can, or on the next breath out, lift your bottom leg. Both legs are now hovering in the air, so it works a little bit of balance and your obliques. If you want, you could take this arm away and rest it on your hip, but if you start to wobble, I suggest placing it in front. So just hold this and keep breathing. Make sure your legs are lifted as high as you can here. We're almost there. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Hug the knees into your chest to release your side. Couple deep breaths here. And then let's come to our bellies for our plank. So we're coming to our forearms for this one, that Sphinx position, with your elbows tucked neatly underneath your shoulders to lift the chest off the mat. Gaze is at your fingertips and feet are hip width apart. Let's go by lifting the belly first. So suck up and in. Now we're gonna do the same with the hips, lift. Now the thighs, lift. This one's already pretty challenging, so you can stay here or curl your toes and come into your full plank. The shakes are normal. I shake as well. So keep breathing. If it gets too much, just drop back to the knees and stay lifted through the rest of the body. You can do it. Keep focus on your breath. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Stay here. We're going to go into a cobra stretch. So for your back, if you have back problems or you just don't have much flexibility of your spine, stay on the forearms, press your hips into the mat, and press your head towards the ceiling with the shoulders away from the ears. Or you could take your hands a bit further from you and try to straighten out your arm. This is the most I can go personally, but the closer your hands, the higher the stretch, the more flexibility of the spine. It just depends, person to person. Just shoulders away from ears, head up to the ceiling. Couple deep breaths here. Well done. Let's bring ourselves down and come up to all fours. So on all fours, let's place our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Gaze at the fingertips, back nice and straight. We're gonna be going into those single arm and leg extensions, but we're gonna be doing one side at a time with some straight arm and leg taps. So you guys can do this with me at the same time. Let's extend the left arm and the right leg in line with the body. So extend and reach forward and back with the arm and leg. Keep them straight. We're gonna bring the arm and leg down to the floor with a straight leg and arm. Make sure you're not bending it. And straight back up to the ceiling. Let's go for 10. We got 9 left. You wanna keep your hips squared up to the mat as you do this. Don't let your hips tilt. Keep breathing. 2 more. Last one. And bring it back with control. Let's go over to the right arm and left leg. Extend in a straight line with your body. Keep that arm and leg straight. Lengthen them away from you, and let's go for 10 taps. Last one. And bring that back, and let's go into a child's pose. Sit into your feet, extend your arms. A few deep breaths here. Well done, guys. We're gonna come over to our left side and do what we did before on the right. So we're getting into our side lying position. Left arm extended. Body super straight, hips pointing up to the ceiling. Top arm in front for balance. Little space between your side and the mat, so engaging your core. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lift the top leg, not too high. Inhale, exhale, lift the bottom leg to meet. Stay lifted and keep breathing. If you want to remove your hand, you can. Let's just hold this here, really trying to press those feet up towards the ceiling. You can do it. If your hip is hurting on the floor, try adding an extra little blanket or folding up your mat if you have a mat. Almost there. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and hug the knees into your chest. Just to stretch off. Well done, guys. All right, we're gonna come to seated now and practice our roll-ups again. Just gonna drink some water real quick. Okay, so for our roll-ups, we're gonna have our legs bent, and everyone will have their arms extended out in line with their shoulders today. So we're gonna practice our roll-ups with the C curve. So remember, we're tucking the chin and rounding the shoulders, trying to literally create a C shape in your spine to roll down. The goal is to hit the mat, bottom of your back, all the way to the top of your head, vertebra by vertebra. So if you can't come back up from the floor, obviously stop about halfway, or try to come as low as you can, as long as you can get back up without swinging up. If you have a small pillow or a small little blanket, you can place that underneath your lower back to help. So let's get those arms in line with our shoulders, and let's get right into it. Tuck the chin, round the shoulders, press the belly in towards the spine. Roll yourself down. Once you get down here, you can bring the arms overhead. If you're not coming to the floor, don't worry about bringing the arms overhead. Sorry, I'm getting a cramp in my leg. Keep going. So really slow and controlled, using your core strength. Just a few more here. I hope you guys are starting to feel a little bit stronger every time you come back to do your class. And I hope you keep up with it. I'm so happy you're here. All right, on this next one, let's just stay on our mat. So rolling yourself down, maybe try taking it even slower. Whew, well done. Staying on your back now, a few deep breaths here. Let's just do a full body extension. Well done, guys. Let's come to seated. Let's interlace our fingers and press away, round your upper back. Bring it back to the ceiling and lean over to the side, feeling that side body get a little bit of a stretch. Back to center and over to the other side. Back to center. Let's just do a straddle stretch. So we're gonna open up the legs as wide as you can. Take your hands behind you and inch your pelvis forward so you're not curving at your lower back. Hands on shins or ankles and bring your head towards the floor. So for this one, you want to ease into it. Don't overstretch. You will feel it all the way down to the knees. So just press the head down. And every few seconds, maybe you can inch forward a bit more. Keep breathing. Sometimes you can take your hands here and just crawl those fingers ahead of you, feeling into the stretch. Well done, guys, for showing up. You're doing a really good job of showing up for yourself. We are done now. So well done. I hope to see you next time on day 5. See ya.